Hi you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today, and this is part 2 of our meal that we're cooking. Right now this is the cabbage special, and I do fix my cabbage with a twist because I include some ingredients that maybe you guys don't. Um, so feel free to try it, and if you like it, get back to me. A lot of people have been trying my recipes and liking it, and I've been really enjoying that. I really hope to be of some help and some kind of assistance to women in making their lives maybe a little bit more easier or a little bit more productive, or just plain on just embracing who we are as women. Now, with that being said, I've taken a cabbage that I got. It was on sale for 49 cents a pound. When you see greens and cabbage on sale, you guys, grab it. Even if you don't think you're going to use it anytime soon, always grab it, break it down, and put it in the freezer Ziploc bags, and then just take it out if you need it. Reason why is because that stops the process of it going bad. You have it always available to you. It tastes much better because you can incorporate what you want in it, even more than you can do with canned items. So I just recommend that you guys, when you see fresh vegetables on sale, green beans, they do have those on sale quite often now, especially around this time of the year. Grab them and just go ahead and cut the ends off, like you snap the ends off, throw that away, and then put them in a freezer bag. Put them down in your freezer. You can even do it in individual bags because you're probably going to cook it. Maybe if you're a smaller family, then you're going to probably cook it. You're going to cook less than the average person. Tomorrow we're going to be making some greens again. Tomorrow I made them last week. We loved them so much that I'm going to make some more. I'm going to make mixed greens this time, which is the combination of the turnip, your collards, and all that. I am using my new pot that I showed you guys in the previous video, how to get a pot and pan set that's only $15. I told you where to get it from. They'll last you a good little while. Although they're not the best, it is something that you can get around the holidays if you need extra pots and pans, and or if you can't afford nothing else other than this. I told you where to get them. Look at the other video. I give you all that information. I washed it out even though it was new because it was being handled. You don't know who touched it. So I did wash it out, and now we're ready to do our cabbage. I bought this from the market, from Giants. As you can see, I use this as my holy oil, but before I bless it and get it blessed and all that kind of good stuff, I am going to drizzle some of this extra virgin olive oil into my pan so we can saute this cabbage. You're just going to coat it. Now we don't have to use the holy oil for nothing else other than what it's needed for. I like to do my doors and my home and all that good stuff, because you do have people come into your home, and not to be superstitious or anything like that, but spiritually we all have spirits that we leave behind. So I just like to do a cleaning of my home, not just with bleach but with holy oil as well. And that's that. Okay, so I took the liberty of already slicing it up somewhat in big huge chunks of my fresh cabbage. So what we're going to do is we're going to slice it up in smaller pieces and then drop it down in the olive oil. Now, in doing it in chunks, I did it like that so that I could break it open and wash it. It's already washed now. You're just going to move the camera down a little bit so you guys can see. You're going to break it up in pieces about this size. About that size. Now, what I add into my cabbage, I can tell you while I'm cutting. First of all, I add Lipton soup mix. But as you know, Miss Tina, Sexy Tina, is my girl. And she uses a different kind of Lipton soup mix that I use. I use this usually, and I'll be using this for my baked chicken, which will be in the next video. But she uses this, and it does give a more hearty of a taste. Probably because it's made with beef stock and stuff in it. But it just gives it a more hearty taste. So we're going to use one of these down in our cabbage. We're also going to season it with some other items. And I also place sausage in my cabbage. And when I say sausage, I'm talking about your Polish kielbasa or your smoked sausage. Now, smoked sausage does give it a quite a different taste, so it's really good to use that because, again, cabbage does have somewhat of a bland taste to it. And when it's not bland, it's somewhat of a tart taste in a way. So you want to incorporate hearty tastes into a dish like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the heartiness of the smoked sausage, the smoky taste of that, and we're also going to have some Polish kielbasa. I'm sorry, some smoked sausage down in the Lipton beefy onion mix. Now, as you can see, these sausages, you can cut them in quarters like that. And what I do is, before I do too much cabbage, I put the sausage and the seasoning in between the layers of cabbage that I'm laying in the pan. That way, the flavors are worked throughout and not just on top. It's just going to look like this as you keep going, and then we're going to just throw another layer after we season, another layer of cabbage. So I'm just going to move the camera up this time. Okay. I'm continuously slicing the sausage. And then once I finish slicing the sausage, I'll show you what seasonings I use. And as I stated before, the next video is going to include, it's going to be of the chicken. I do it in segments like this because that way we can be more consumed about what we're fixing at that one item at that one time versus being all over the place. Because to some people, even though some of us watch this just to be watching it because we enjoy watching it, some people this is for educational purposes. So I like to be focused on one item at a time for those people. Okay, again, this is how it's going to look. Then you're going to add your beefy onion, Recipe Secrets. And it's actually called Recipe Secrets. It's not something I just made up. Recipe Secrets onion soup mix. You're going to use half of that. We're going to add some garlic powder. We're going to add some crushed red peppers. Some adobe. And we're going to add some accent, which y'all all know. Mama loves some accent. Guess what I found at BJ's the other day, y'all? They had Hidden Valley mix. Don't y'all know for Miss Money's Miss Money baby when she make her taco soup? Well, they have the big huge container of the Hidden Valley mix seasoning, like the package, but they have a big container of it, literally like this, And I got one. It was $6. I got a huge one. So I'm glad about that. Anyway, you can add some of your minced garlic in it as well. Okay. And since we added the crushed red pepper, you don't have to use any black pepper until the end. I wouldn't recommend it because it is a bland dish. Cabbages, and when cabbage, when you're dealing with something bland, it absorbs the flavor, whatever extra flavors that you incorporate. Somewhat like tofu. Just like tofu has no taste hardly, but then when you add stuff to it, it creates a different taste. And in that case, a different texture as well if needed. But yeah, it creates a different taste. So, because it absorbs the tastes. So you want to be careful with the heat intensity. So you can always just add that after you taste a little bit. And I'm not one that adds my seasoning usually after the fact, but when it concerns heat, it's okay to do that because you don't have to soak that through the dish. That could be a surface. That could be a surface seasoning. Alright, so if it doesn't fit into the pot, once you use it over the stove, once you let it go for about 4 or 5 minutes, it's going to cut down. It's going to shrink down a lot. Once it shrinks down, then add the other batch of cabbage that you have, but make sure you stir it and put the uncooked, or not really, it's not going to be all the way cooked, but put the batch that you have at the bottom, try to incorporate that up to the top. Okay? Alrighty, Daddy and Pootie is coming in the door right now. I'm going to throw this cabbage on. Our homemade scallop potatoes are in the oven. And the next video will be on our baked chicken. So, I thank you all for commenting, subscribing, and viewing. I look forward to plating this dish up with you guys. This is a dish that's going to be in the $10 or less. Actually, it costs $12 because we also purchased a really nice store-bought cake that we're going to have for dessert. So this dish feeds 6 people. Really healthy portions as well. And it also feeds 6 people with dessert for $12. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm also thinking about doing next month for like a week, doing meals strictly from the dollar store. I thought that would be a neat thing for us to embark on. Literally making meals only out of things that you can get from like Dollar Tree. And just doing that for a week and seeing how successful we are at that. Seeing how much it is at the end of the week that we actually spent and versus how much we saved. And I thought that'd be fun. So you guys just give me your thoughts on that. And maybe we all can try it together. Or maybe you could just use me as a guinea pig and I try it first. Alright, you guys. Be blessed. Talk to you in a second about the chicken.